Alright, so just wanted to record a video like this because I think it's a lot easier to do math this way. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be comparing box and whisker plots, histograms, and stem and leaf plots. Okay, so what we're going to first thing we're going to do is come up with some data. So I want it to be single digit up to 30s. So let's say 2, 4, 12, 22, 14, 23, 31, 33, 35, 9, 18, 20. Okay, so we've got 12 data points here. I've just made them up. Okay, so first thing we might do is we might start by making a stem and leaf plot. Okay, so for a stem and leaf plot, we want the tens and the units. And for this, we have 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So we want to get all the ones that have 0 in the tens column. So we have 2, 4, and 9. 2, 4, 9. Then we want to get ones with 1 in the tens column. So that's 12, 14, and 18. 12, 14, and 18. Then we want to get everything that's 2 in the tens column. So that's 22, 23, and 20. So in order, 20, 22, 23. And the 3 that are in the 3 that have the 3 in the tens columns, that's 31, 33, and 35. And that's actually worked out to be perfectly even, which is not what I intended, but we'll deal with it. Okay, so that is a stem and leaf plot. Okay? Now something we might do with a histogram. Histogram has the y-axis to be frequency. Okay? And here we have our data. So with a histogram, we always leave half a column gap between the y-axis and our x-axis. So, because this is perfectly even, I'm actually going to split this into 0 to 5, 6 to 10, 11, well, 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, 21 to 25, 26 to 30. This is getting a bit big. I might try and shrink that a bit. I'm just running out of room. That bit. I want 8. That's 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, 21 to 25, 26 to 30, 31 to 35, and 36 to 40. Done. Okay. All right. So what I want to do is I want us to have frequency of 0, frequency of 1, frequency of 2, and frequency of 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to just put in how much of our data is between 1 and 5. It's 2. How much of our data is between 6 and 10? It's 1. How much of our data is between 11 and 15? It's 2. Between 16 and 20, 1 again. Between 21 and 25, we have 3. And notice how there's no gap between our columns. That's a really poorly drawn column. Between 26 and 30, there's nothing. Between 31 and 35, there's also 3. Oops, wrong one. So obviously, with you guys being able to use a ruler, yours is going to look a little bit nicer than that. So this is the exact same data. Okay? So, how are we going to make a box plot out of this? Well, first thing we're going to do, we only have one data set. So we don't need to make multiple box and whiskers, we just have to make one. Nice and easy. So let's go from 0 to 40, 20, 30, 10, 15, 5, 25, 30. There we go. Cool, sweet. Now, in order to make a box and whisker plot, we need to find the Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. So Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. For Q0 and Q4 are really easy. Q0 is our smallest number, which is 2. Q4 is our biggest number, which is 35. Done. And we can even just put them in now. So Q0 is going to be our bottom whisker, and Q4 is going to be our top whisker. Cool, so we've already got 2 of our 5 done. Now, to find the Q1, Q2, Q3, we need to first find the median. So the median is another name for Q2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sets of data, which means that our middle number is going to be 12 divided by 2. 12 plus 1 divided by 2 is 6.5. So our median is going to be halfway between the 6th number and the 7th number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to be halfway between 18 and 20, which is 19. So our Q2 is 19. Okay, so our Q2 is 19. Now, we need to find our Q1. By putting our median in here, our Q2, we now have our data divided in 2. We have this is going to be our first set of data. Okay, so we have 6 data sets in here. So 6 plus 1 is 7, divided by 2 is 3.5. So our median, or Q1 for this, is going to be halfway between our 3rd number and our 4th number. So Q1 equals 9 plus 12 divided by 2. 23 divided by 2, which is 11.5. 11.5. So this is then the start of our box. Now, what we have to do at the end is find Q3. So Q3 is these ones, the same number of data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of data. So it's going to be halfway between our third data point and our fourth data point here. So Q3 equals 23 plus 31 divided by 2, which is 54 divided by 2. 54 divided by 2 equals 27. 27 is about there-ish. Here we now have our box. There we go. So that's 3 ways of showing the same data set. Box plots, histograms, and stem and leaf plots, all showing the same data. And I want you to have a look at some of the trends in this. What I would consider is, well, this is quite even. This is relatively even, and this seems pretty symmetrical, so therefore our data doesn't really seem to be skewed any way or the other. If I were to have a lot of small numbers or a lot of large numbers, these will look quite different. Anyway, have a go at the questions in your PowerPoint and email me if you have any issues.